Hey, what's up? This is Big Lee with Hustler Spirit. I'm here with Fleece. What's up, Fleece?
How you doing, my brother?
Doing good. You have a good weekend so far?
So far, so good.
You had a pretty good interview yesterday with Mr. Unbelievable TV from up Dayton, Ohio.
Yeah, he was powerful. I really welcomed him and embraced his ideas.
Yeah.
He's a good brother.
Good. Hope to see the video soon as he releases.
Too. I hope he's a success. He's
Let me ask you a question real quick. Why you rather help the small people? You rather do interviews with the up and coming people instead of the people that's already at the top? And you know, I've noticed that you rather help the little man.
Well, they said, I quote, "The man that walks through the countryside sees more than the man that runs through it." See, I'm not trying to run through nothing. I'm trying to, take my walk.
Okay.
Learn more, experience more, and help more, be more of a help. I'm not in this for greed in the beginning. I'm trying to get my voice heard. And in the process, whoever is affected by what I'm talking about, see an interest in it, contact me. I got the hookup. And so that's how I feel about it.
That's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and get into the convo today. You was telling me a story. I'm gonna let you go ahead and tell the story because I thought it was interesting.
It is interesting. People talk about men, maximum security prisons, and you wonder, is there any women working there? Yes. Her lady that's been on a lot of women working in the male correction systems in Kentucky. And so bad was the situation where the ladies are coming there, end up having sex with the inmates, that they made it a law, came out with a law, that if you get caught, it's a felony.
You mean if a woman working?
Have sex with an inmate, it's a felony. That's how bad the situation. They couldn't stop it. Them ladies was coming. See, they put these prisons in these little country towns. And them country ladies, they husbands be doing all that farm work, cows and pigs. They even have pet pigs and stuff running in and out of the house. Well, the lady comes to work in prison because she get tired of her husband. These ladies big boned, big. And their husband will sit on the couch and she'll stand right in front of him with a negligee on, all that up in her crack. "Honey, what you think?" And he'll be like, "Move on out of the way. I'm watching this show right here. You know what? That cow right there is about the size of the cow we got in the back." Totally ignore what she's wearing. So when they come work in the prison, we already know when they come through thick like that. Yeah, they come to get their little booties and stuff tore out, right? Husbands ain't doing nothing. And we got logs in the penitentiary. I got a log. So the country girl, she comes in. This is how they get busted too. When they first get the job, they come in, natural. Hair all out of place and all this stuff. And country girls got dirty fingernails. Yeah, they fingernails dirty. That's all they do, mess with farm stuff all day. So when they take an interest in an inmate, they come in with their hair fixed up, lipstick now, nails done, gleamed up, face all glistening, lip gloss. See, the male goers, they can see this, so they watch them. Then they walk up on them, inmate have a bent over, pumping her hard. You know, we ain't had sex in so long. Can you imagine? And that's what they come to. It's like a fantasy thing for a woman to work in a male penitentiary. It's like a fantasy. Ooh, I hope one of them rape me. I mean, they be actually fantasizing. When they come to work up, we can already read the signs by how they walk and talk and how they let her get up on them. And
Out here, that would be viewed as a sexual assault. In our
Excuse me.
in our, what is that viewed at by the inmates? And how did y'all look at that? Because out here it's totally different.
well, even by the law, it's not an assault. Because first of all, if you talk a person out of their booty, if I tell you, I say, hey, look, I want you. I'm gonna have you, because I need you. And you said, okay, and turn around and pull your stuff down and spread it open. And you give it to me. You consented to this, for me to drill you, plug you up. And so in prison, we are inmates. We ain't got nothing to do with we know the white man set this whole system up. We can go all the way back until the first prison ever built in Pennsylvania, and then to Florida. And the punishment in there, they used to take the inmates back then, right in this country, to punish them and hang them up by their thumb. Hang them in a, and then their thumb would stretch and be the same length as the middle finger. It's just in the book, documented. That's how people was able to tell if you been in prison back then. They look at your hand. Even if you cut it off, this I see you missing a thumb. No, I'm not going to accept your application. You've been to prison. And so as we modernize and environmentally, some religious people, they don't even know that all the felonies back right here in America, there was only one punishment for felonies here in this country. It was death. You get caught stealing, you steal a horse, you steal a cow, well, they hang you. And so now we up to modern day, right? Well, the white man made these laws, right? And we look at it like as we in prison. These men created a system where they lock us up, put a bunch of men in the same thing. We was in our 10, 20, 30 years.
40.
Mm-hmm. Expect us to do what? Sexually. I mean, what do you expect out of us? And then you got these dumb ladies on the street write sex letters to their husbands while he's locked up. Oh, baby, I can't wait till you get out 10 years from now and eat me, fuck me. And what do you think he's going to do? People got their sexual desires in prison. It's like, hey, wow, everybody walk around trying to find somebody to give it up, try to find a trick. Is there a trick I can use? Or can I invent a game, play a game? Everybody comes out with something. But let me tell you what I used to do. See, I didn't have to play too many games, right? Like, for instance, they had a lady in there we called Superwoman. White lady, green eyes, cat ass. She looked just like Wonder Woman, built. I mean, this white woman was built. And her pants was tight. You can see her print, all this. And when she walked pigeon-toed. All that just be wobbling, you know.
I remember you talking about her.
But let me tell you about her. They said she was racist, didn't like blacks, all this stuff. She took a likeness to me because I'm always in trouble. Turn up all this stuff and she come on the scene a lot, right? See me in demonstrations. See my horse, seen the have fight. One day, I'm on the bed, chained to the bed, 4-pointed, naked. She get my door open, coming in and was talking to me about something. I'm on my back, like it's chained to the bed, my ankles and my wrists. And while she's talking, man, I got aroused, you know, I'm up. She took her hand and jacked me off. Yep. Went out there, got a towel, wiped me, and kissed it.
Okay, I don't want to get too far past this. I get that. That I didn't see nothing wrong on your part there, but
let me tell you,
the other
the
situation.
dangerous part about ladies working in prison.
Hold on for a minute. I'll let you get that. But this is that's why I want to get to, because this is where the lines get blurred. The inmates' rules. You do agree that the inmate rules are different than it is out here in society, right?
That's how
You do think it's a difference?
Yeah, it's a big difference.
Okay, so this is me being out here. If you go to a woman a certain way, and you make it sound like it's danger if you don't do it, and then you give her the, like they say, the hard way or the easy way, which I know what you meant by it now, but I'm just using this for this example. You give them the hard way or the easy way. Once you say that, you don't think it turns it into coercion or a threat in her somewhere that sounds dangerous, where she feels like, okay, I better go ahead and do it because he done told me the bad part. So I better go ahead and do it so I'm not in danger.
Hey, white people's law sucks. I know it, you know it, they know it. They write laws really suitable for them. What they say don't mean it's right. And a lot of their laws ain't right. I think it was a bunch of them, but we ain't going there. But here's where we going. Common sense. You know, we gonna use the common sense. People do what they do to get what they want. It's a lot of ladies out there right now, even married. Their husbands don't know she married him for money, for stability, and all, not for love. There's a lot of them like that out there. So, you know, gonna ask me in prison, somebody that learned about sex in prison. I ain't learned sex on the street. I'm too young. You know, so you gonna ask me if somebody leave themselves open, if I thought I could walk past you in prison, give you a mean look, and you spread your butt for me, hey, I do all of them like that. Now out here, yeah, you call it sexual harassment and all this stuff, right? Let me tell you something. I met a girl out here. thing. Big old, she got the body, all that, pants tight. And I'm like, yes, here's how I think out here. I wouldn't care if you naked, bent over in my face. You have a right to respect. And for me not to touch you. You can walk, you can spread your butt in my face, but until you tell me I can touch you, I don't have no right to touch you. Now, it's out here. If you was in prison, you spread your butt and all that, and say, I just want you to look at it, but don't touch it. You got me messed up. I'm going up in it.
In prison?
Yeah, I'm going in it. I'm going in it. What? My door was shut. I said, I'll probably never get that opportunity again, but she came back this day, got my door open. I got her back in there. Did what I had to do to survive, man. I sold her.
This stuff was pretty much, how long was you in prison when this stuff was happening?
Man, about 30 years.
So you didn't, again, it was a point of time you didn't think you was getting out, so you...
Man, in prison, it's a society different from this society. We got guards patrolling us like police is out here. Trying to bust us, catch us doing wrong. The wrong we doing now, you know, we got to do it secretly. We ain't even supposed to gamble. That's against the prison rules. And we gamble. Gamble on everything.
So if you had a daughter, would you let her work in a prison?
No.
At no parts of it, not in the kitchen, not a...
No.
Not a nurse, a psychologist,
Ask yourself
social worker.
We knew that every lady that come in our, I don't care if they married, is in out for an inmate. We know it. We know the right inmate can get them. Here's how we'll do it.
Hold on, so you saying any woman that you feel like would take a job in a prison, she wanted, it was some interest in an inmate.
Yeah.
That she wanted. She was curious.
It's got to be her type. So inmates is everybody. They got some cute inmates in there. They got some inmates in there that look like models and stuff. They got inmates in there that does nothing but work out. Their body got muscles and everything in it, right? They keep their hair shaped and clean. They look like models. So when a lady come in, I mention, I go talk to her. I get her to vibe with me to see what she's about, right? And I can picture in my mind what type of inmate. She'll take a certain type over the big chest, the big arms, the gorilla type. She's looking for a certain type. So I went to a computer class and saw this white inmate named Chris. He jogs a lot. Hair keeps short. He's real educated, talks real educated, real polite. And he's built a certain way, but he's real athletic. Ladies with her type would consider him a steal.
A prisoner.
Yeah, this guy would be a steal. You know, he's so educated academically, right? He even teach inmates how to read and write. So I go to Chris and I tell him, hey bro, his lady. He knows he gotta do it for me. You can't walk the yard, bro. I want you to turn this bitch out. He said, well, I appreciate if you didn't call her that. He said, I like to refer to her as a female officer. I said, oh, okay, Chris. He said, I'll do this for you. I introduced him. He said, what is it that you do? She told him all that. He said, well, I'm over in the computer class, and matter of fact, this and that, and they talked. It went on for about 2 months. He said, hey, guess what? I said, what? He said, she brought me a sweater. She snuck it in. I said, that's cute, man. Yeah, she made it, crocheted it. I said, okay. Next thing you know, he got her. So now here comes the thing. Set it up where I can bust you. So he set it up, and he was in there, had her legs thrown in the buck. He was pounding his little 3 inches in her. It wasn't really doing her nothing really, right? I said, move out of the way, man. She kind of started. I stuck his big old leg inches in her. Hey, she wasn't no good. So I sold her. She's a tramp. But I knew. So I made money like that.
But I want to get something clear. So in your opinion, most of the women that work in a prison, they're interested at some point
In an inmate.
to even take the job. You feel like,
yeah, they there for. Yeah, we know what they there for.
and
We know. All we gotta do is find the right inmate and bust it open. We know it. We go for their weakness.
So you don't think a woman takes the job because she want to help out or?
No, I don't. I've seen all these psychologists. Most of them gave me head. You know, brought me stuff. I seen one of them. Look, they had this one nurse. She was a psychologist. She had these big nipples, man. I mean, her nipples was like that, and they'd stick up through her. She had small breasts but big nipples, and it was so exciting, right? I said, boy, if I can just get my mouth on one of them, I know it's her, man. But if I can get my mouth on one of them, it's over, right? And she'll come and she had that look, man, and hey. You gotta use deception. That's what it's all about. You know, the smile.
So you think all that time in prison, you actually learned body language, characteristics, facial expressions?
Well, I taught it to inmates going up for parole. See, I studied the parole board members, what they was educated in, how they make decisions on who they gonna let out or not let out. So inmates used to come to me and pay me, hey, police, I'm going up for parole, bro. I said, look, they got somebody up there that's trained in body language. I said, if you put your hand right here and tap it while you're making a point, that's a sign of honesty and truth. I said, so when you get there, do that, man. You know, even if you lying, they're going to say it. You know, they've been trained in that, so I'm going to take their training and use it against them, right? I knew that thing they was trained in.
How did you know that?
I read up on them. See, you got guards in like in books, them training books and all this stuff. And then you can look all this stuff up. I learned about what they was trained in. And I knew how to manipulate them. It's just like, now they got the TV screen. You view them on, here's what I used to do.
I think you told us about that when it goes black.
Yeah, when it goes black. They can see you and hear you, but you'll think it's off. So I realized, kept seeing that red light on. I said, I know it's on. Let me manipulate them. So they're easy to manipulate. I take their training and use against them. The guards tell y'all about how they train, what they trained in.
Oh, the guards will tell you too.
Yeah. I sit there, I said, I'm gonna be your walkman. Clean the desk off, straighten everything up on the desk, make sure they files and stuff, make sure the inmates on the walk is quiet. I said, you're gonna have a good night tonight. I said, you know what, Fleece? You'll always be my walkman because you keep everything clean, everybody quiet. They bring me food from home, homemade cooked meals, everything. And then the ladies will sit there with them tight uniforms on, legs spreaded, talking to me, Big Daddy. Yeah. And I always figure out a way to get them. We made all kinds of deals but I did it based on survival.
Don't show them cigarettes. Told you they ain't gave they ain't gave nobody no money.
Yeah. So is this live? It is.
No, this is a recording. I'm just letting you go.
Yeah, but that's what I did. And people right now, since I've been on the street, there was another woman from the Corrections Department. Even out here in the streets, she seeks me, but I'm married. I had a sister that worked in a corrections department. Let me tell you about her. She tell me I had to come back to jail. I had a penny charge, old charge. I said, hey, sis. She said, excuse me, my name is Officer Anna Johnson. You call me Anna Johnson, ain't no sis in here. And though you my brother, but I'm an officer. You know, I wanted to punch her in the mouth, right? I looked at her real hard. It's my sister. I'm looking at her. She said, so you ain't gonna get no special? I said, you know what? Get out of my face. I'm getting ready to swing on her, right? I'm getting ready to swing. I don't care if I pick up time or not. I called my mama, told my mama about it. That same sister, she no longer working because she injured her hand, applied for light duty, and they told her, no, get out. So imagine that. I experienced a whole lot, man, being locked up. You know, while y'all out here going through what y'all weren't going through, I'm in penitentiary going through what I was going through. But you know, I give thanks to God and Jesus that when I came out of that place, I was a total changed man. I get so much love out here, and I'm so loved out here in society. People just love me. Old people, old ladies hug me. Mr. Johnson, can you help me do this? They just want somebody to talk to, and I help them. That's what I do out here in society. I'm a very loved, sought after man out here because of my willingness to help people. But when I talk to y'all, I'm telling you about things that I just went through. All the traumatizing events and experiences and all the atrocities against me, committed against me. And through it all, I found the Lord Jesus. Came out of her. A changed man, but I want to tell my story. And that's what I'm doing. Telling what happened. But remember, I'm a changed man. You know, I don't even cuss at her. I won't even throw a cigarette butt on the ground. That's how respectful I am. And so I loved it. All the ladies, everybody loved me. Hey, Fleece, come here, talk to me. How can I help you? So, I spend time with people, man. I try to comfort y'all out here. I know what y'all going through. Whatever I went through is nothing compared to what y'all went through out here in 40 years. So I'm with y'all, man. I want y'all to be with me, all right? I'm trying to continue doing what I do out here, man, being a good man. And you know, all this stuff on the internet that wasn't true, people was judging me on, looking down on me and stuff. So I'm asking you, look, show me some love.